Place-based learning is one of the most effective ways to integrate transmedia knowledge into the education system. It creates the opportunity for schools to connect with their communities through engaging, experiential learning. Before we get into place-based learning, however, let's ask, what exactly is transmedia knowledge, and what do we mean when we say we want to integrate it into school systems? Transmedia knowledge is a philosophy that explores a more applied method of learning, development, and information acquisition. It is grounded in the idea that intellectual depth is enhanced when learning is embedded in creative practices and experimental methods. In the context of education, it is a juxtaposition of the standard lecture and testing method and experiential learning. Through a learning style that is more grounded in experience and fieldwork than a simple memorization of content, transmedia knowledge methodology leads to a higher engagement with studies, a stronger retention of knowledge in the curriculum and play, and also provides a space to instill a practical application of the knowledge being acquired. So what does this mean in actuality? What entails when we say shifting away from the traditional lecture and exam model? Well, investing in the transmedia ideology means effectively increasing the frequency of engaged learning through more lab experiments, fieldwork, guest lectures and workshops from professionals, project-based learning, and place-based learning, in which we'll dive into more detail. So now that we understand transmedia knowledge a little bit better, let's explore place-based learning. Place-based learning focuses on immersing students in local heritage, culture, landscapes, and community experiences, and using these as a foundation for an applied study of language arts, mathematics, history, sciences, and various other curriculum. Enough with the theory. Let's look at an existing community partnership. The History Center in Tompkins County is a perfect example of place-based learning in practice. It contains a massive historical archive for localized research, exhibits to explore and immerse in local history, a children's education area for reenacting 19th century schooling, and gallery spaces to present projects to the local community. Their historical archive is home to thousands of artifacts that document everything from local festivals stretching back to the early 20th century to invitations to school plays from the 60s and everything in between. In the picture in the bottom right, we see Dryden High School students utilizing the archive as a resource to contribute to their hyper-focused research documentaries. The children's education area at the History Center is home to the 8 Square Schoolhouse Living History program designed for elementary schools and homeschool groups. Field trips here allow students to explore questions like, what was it like for children to attend a rural one-room school in the late 19th century? What is the purpose of education? And how does this history impact who I am today? It is a marquee example of place-based learning implementation, as it provides an alternative way to study history at the micro level, focusing on immersion rather than, say, memorizing specific events from a textbook. Lastly, the gallery exhibit gives students a space to showcase all different kinds of work to the community. It is an ideal location for presentations because it enables students to display their work both to the class and the community. It serves as both a space for students to present their projects and an opportunity to embed their work within the community, as many projects will remain on display for visitors to view even weeks after the presentations are given. In totality, place-based learning is a strong example of how the tenets of transmedia knowledge can be implemented into a practical learning experience that enables students to get more out of their education. Through local partnerships with organizations like the History Center that enable students to travel outside the classroom and into the community, students have access to a myriad of resources that enable them to take advantage of the benefits of place-based learning.